Hello everyone, I am about to start a fresh clean data collection sheet collecting 100 trades following my trading rules that I collected during my case studying. I've done a few rounds of case studying. Here was like my original case studying, and then I did this one most recently where I collected all the trades that meet my criteria, and I actually refined it even more than these images. There's a few of these images that should be removed because I refined my system even more than this, but I have everything written down in the notebook sitting right next to me, and so that's no big deal. So I'm going to start backtesting and collecting data, 100 trades, to see what this system shows as far as profitability. And so I have my trading view here, and we're gonna backtest. I chose STM because it was just something I was looking at a couple weeks ago, and I don't know, it was on the screener. But how I backtest is I go on my entry time frame and I shrink the screen as much as I can, and then go as far back in time as it allows me to go in replay mode. And my entry time frame is 1 hour, my validation time frame is 1 day, and my context time frame is 1 week. I will start my backtesting on the weekly time frame because that's where I start when I'm analyzing stocks, to see if they're in the context to start going down in time frames to be looking for entries. So here we are on the 1 week, and there was a clear stage 1 and a stage 2, and it looks like we are in a little stage 1. I would call this MMB1. I'm going to make my MMB1s with the white background for the context time frame. Maybe this would be MMB2, and I would say this might be MMB3. And my criteria has been recently refined to being able to take trades that are in the context timeframes MMB1 through 3, not 4, but 3. But the newest thing is I need my pullback to be touching a 10 or 20 MA, and it can't just stop right there and go. I wouldn't go down a time frame. I would have to wait for it to touch a MA, because I found that I got many unnecessary losses when I would just enter off of a context time frame that did not touch the 10 or 20 MA. I do miss out on many trades, but that's fine with me. So I'm not gonna go down to my validation time frame unless I get a touch to the 10 or 20. Now sometimes like it'll be super close to the 10 or 20, and in that case fine, I'll go down, but other than that I probably will not unless it's like super clean and super close to touching the 10 or 20. Okay, we went under, nothing to do. There's a clear one-sided market below the 50 MA, and then we had a demand validation right here. So we did have a clear gap up, or big candle proof. So then I would be looking for a pullback to a 10 or 20. MMB, okay, that looks like it would be MMB1. I'm not too fond of these kind of setups. I kind of like it more like the setup that looks like this, but sometimes this is all you get. I don't know if I do, on my validation time frame, the daily time frame right here, I would not go down to look for an entry right now. I would want it to go deeper a little bit, so we'll see if we get that. Oh, okay, that looks really nice. And then after we go into this distribution, I would want to see a rise up, a clear rise up, just like that, and then a pullback to a 10 or 20, or at least like a MMB1. Okay, that looks sufficient to me. I don't know if, like, to me this is MMB1, but it could kind of be MMB2 too, because this could be MMB1, but I'm just going to call this MMB1, and my MMBs are going to be labeled blue for the sake of this video. So now I will go to my entry time frame and see if we could get a entry. My entries are double MBs, double MB entries, you know, near around the 10 or 20 MA. I don't really know how to describe what I look for, but if it's not what I am used to seeing, then I won't take it. That's all I can say. Let's see if we get an entry. Looks like we got, I don't know if we got, I mean, TradingView says we got tapped in, so we got tapped in. So what is it? June 9th, 2020 at 11:30. STM, June 9th, 2020, 11:30. Let's see what happens. Whoops. I usually do the stop loss, like, not right at the thing, but I go like 1 penny below. I don't know why. That's just how I do it. Okay, and we are tapped out. So that is a -1 on our first back test out of 100. -1, 0, entry. I am copying link on my EBC timeframes, the images of the links of the images. And then I'm pasting them into the data collection sheet. All right, onward. Now, the other thing in my rules is I do not enter on the validation timeframes MMB2, 3, 4. I only do it on MMB1. That's just, nothing's clearer than the first one for the validation time frame, for me at least. So once I'm profitable, then I will expand that, because I know there's so much more opportunity I can get, but it is what it is for right now. This in my head should have risen and, you know, extended further, but it actually pulled it back pretty strong. So it looks like it's kind of chopping around right now. Kind of looks choppy like this. It kind of resembles this more than something like this. So I don't think I would be looking for anything, even though it did flush again, and it might set up again, and it might run, but it's just not what I'm used to seeing. So we'll see. Yeah, it just looks like uncertainty to me, even though it looks, for some reason, my intuition says it's gonna go. See, it went a little bit. It just didn't look clear to me. I'm gonna delete the validation time frame labels because it distracts me. So I feel like all of this would have been MMB1, so I'm gonna consider this MMB2 on the weekly time frame. And it did touch the 10 or, oh, I did not write number 2. It did touch the 10 or 20, and so I came down, we got our distribution. Let's see if we can get an accumulation and then a rise up. It's not clear enough for me. Okay, there we go. We had an accumulation and a rise up, pull back, MMB1. I didn't label it, sorry. MMB1. Let's see if we can find an entry. Now, I could, well, actually, okay, so technically I could enter right here. This would be like an entry through the MMB1 on the entry time frame, but that's not my rules. My rules are I would have technically like 2 MBs right here, and then I would enter on this one. And I know that a lot of people do enter on these, but again, I'm not profitable yet. I'm just testing my very simple system, and I don't want to complicate it. I'm just testing one thing and gonna hopefully find profitability through this one thing, and then expand my options. So if this goes, it is what it is. And it doesn't. Okay, cool. So no loss. We didn't miss out on anything. It's starting to look choppy again, so I think I'm just going to ignore it, honestly. Okay. We rose up and then we pulled back to a 10 or 20. We can see what it looks like on, yeah, no, that's not happening. Sorry. This just looks terrible, to be honest with you. Alright. I'm guessing this would be like MMB3, but I don't even know. So I don't even care. I'd probably go look at other markets right now, to be honest, at this point. This would be MMB4. And I would likely expect a fall down after this. I wouldn't be looking for trades here because I do not enter on MMB4s. We have our flush, refresh. Okay. Let's get a nice pullback to a MA 10 or 20. That's something I would have missed. Let's see if we would have even seen a trade there. So far, yeah, because we got a flush and then a rise up. Let's see if there would have been an entry for us to take. Yeah, there would have been, right there. And that would have been a beautiful little trade. We would have had to enter right at open. But that would have been possible. But not my rules. It's okay. Okay, so we had the flush. This would probably be one MMB wanna. I just don't know. This could be like MMB, a new MMB 1 or the second MMB. We got a flushy. I just don't think that. Okay, that looks very nice. I'm not feeling too confident about this stock right now, to be honest with you. So I think even if we do get a move, gosh, I don't know if I would take it. See, this is like where the question comes in, would you actually take it if it was in real life? Because I want to say yes, I would, because that's just what I, like, if I see something that kind of resembles. Okay, let's go back to the rules. Let's see if the rules are ruling, because that would be the determining factor if I would enter. So clear one-sided. We had the clear one-sided market, all right here, and then we had the clear accumulation with a clear rise up through the 50. That doesn't really apply right here. MMB 1, 2, or 3 on the rising MAs. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So far, yeah. Pulled back to touch a 10 or 20. It sure did. Market is decisive, and the stage 1s and 2s are easy to see. That's where it's clearer than this stretch. This is looking more clear. But in general, is it really clear? I just don't feel like it is. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to keep playing around. I'm going to say no. It's not clear to me. That's all I could say. Whew, we would have missed. Oh my gosh, look at that. See, okay, look, that's so awesome, because normally I would not force it, but like I would have a feeling like, oh my god, okay, it might work. Like I could see it working. But like the doubt in me I gotta listen to that because that literally just saved me right there. Okay, we got a clear flush below the 10 and 20. We do have demand validation right here. We have a rise up, kind of a pullback to the 10 or 20. Let's see. Okay. See if we get the nothing. Okay. 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 We have demand validation right here. Oh my gosh. A rise up through the MAs, pull back to a 10 or 20. Now, normally I would want to see a rise up through the 50 MA, but the exception can be, instead of rising up through the 50 on the context time frame, sometimes it'll rise up just below it with the 50 going sideways. So that is another variation of the 50 MA kind of thing to look for. Instead of it perfectly rising through the 50, above the 50, it can rise up just below the 50, and as long as the 50 is going sideways. So that's another option to look for. We got our flush. Would have wanted to see it flush a little further, but we'll see. Okay, nice. See a rise up. Nothing. That is a-okay with me. And likely I would be looking at different stocks, or I would be sitting out because maybe right here is when the market is going down, and maybe I would be going bearish, but right now I'm just studying bullish. So okay, we went up through the 50. This kind of looks like a big stage 1 to me, so I'm not gonna do anything until we kind of get out of here. Even if it goes. If it goes, then I'll look at the MMB2 or whatever. But right now, it's just playing around. Okay, good. We went out of it. And we had a nice gap up. So that would probably be MMB1 on the weekly. Let's get a pullback to a 10 or 20. Okay, see, this is an example of that's good enough for me. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to have the intention that it was gonna have touched a 10 or 20. 10 in this case. And also, if I'm gonna do that, the V better be perfect. Like, I better be able to see it clearly. And so far, it's just going down. I normally would have gone down and looked for an entry, but because it had risen above technically and pulled back to 1020, so technically I would have gone here and would be looking for an entry in which, oh sorry, my alarm went off. Okay, technically I would have been looking for an entry right here and enter through here, but I would have missed it anyway, or I wouldn't have gotten an entry anyway. But these days I know that we are still stuck in a stage 1 range, so I wouldn't have looked lower until we had a more clear rise up and pullback. So that is something also to look out for. Just because you see it rise up and touch the 10 or 20, rise up through the 10 or 20, doesn't mean, you know, it's doing what you want, what you actually think it's doing. Now this kind of looks like it went up a little further, like from the range, but I don't know. Let's see. Maybe if we get a little bit more perfect of a little pullback, then I'll look for an entry. No, I missed it. That's okay. Let's see if we would have gotten the entry. What do we have? Really? Honestly, I don't think so. Where is that? It's, I mean, if you count this and this, but I would not take an entry off of a tiny little candle like that. Like, I would want my candles to look different. I would want them to look more like this and this, you know? like I said, I can't explain what I look for. It just, like, I know what it is and what it isn't. Okay, so if this was a move, I missed it, that's okay. That's not too bad. Okay, okay. There might be an entry through here. Let's see. Nothing. Where are we? Chopperoni. All right. Okay. Finally, nice. MNB1, nothing. So I would have expected this to have gone up, done a stage 1, and then gone up again, but instead it went down. So I don't trust it. It's not strong to me. It's also been chopping here for a good while. Exactly. Okay, weekly time frame. We got another MNB1. Got a distribution, a flush. It's gonna rise in a nice pullback. Voila. Look for an entry. This is the zilch. I'm gonna drink the tea that I have right here. We're still in that 10 or 20. Now, I mean, like, again, it should have went up, there, pulled back, and went. Instead, it went down. So, I don't trust it. Sorry. It can go without me. Let's see what we could have seen. We wouldn't have gotten anything. Okay, so this would have been MNB1 on the validation time frame. We could look for an entry. Let's see if I would even take one. MNB1, MNB2. I don't know. I mean, I see the strength. You know. Technically, the pullback for the V would have been like right there, and then it would burst. But instead, it bursted and then it pulled back. So there is some strength to me. I guess I'd be willing to take the risk. Let's see if we get tapped in. We got tapped in. What are we? 2:30. Oh, and tapped out. 2:30, July 18th, 2023. July 18th, 2023, 2:30. STM -1. Oh. 0. Just like that. And I would have gotten, it would have opened right here, and I would have tapped out right at 8:30, or early in the morning. Don't you just love starting a new data collection sheet? Starting right in the negative. I feel like it's always like that. And if you start positive, like you're gonna get negative soon. So it's not even too much to be excited about. Or I'll just leave that for the photo. Oh, what was that? Copy what? Oh. What is going on? Okay. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. Are you serious? What is this? Oh, there. You're gonna have to just fast forward. Oh no. All right, where were we? July 18th, 2023 at 2:30. I don't even know. I don't even remember. What does that one look like? I'll put this one in there. Okay. And then the V. And then let's see. All right, let's keep going. I want to delete that. It just makes it so hard to see. Okay. Clear one-sided market to the downside. Demand validation. Sorry, I'm drinking this tea. MMB1. I don't know if that would be MMB1. That just looks way too small for me to consider it. Yeah, no. Okay. Maybe this is MMB1 right here. Maybe. Let's see. Choppy. I just don't like it. I don't care anymore. I really don't have the energy for half-ass looking stocks because they just waste my, you know what it is? They waste my time. They waste my damn time. That's what they do. They've always just wasted my damn time. I'm just losing, and it just makes me not even have fun trading anymore when I'm just wasting all my time and energy and stress on shitty ass moving stocks, you know? I don't have the energy for it. It's like I have to set boundaries. Super bearish. And then we rose up, had a little pullback, not to the 10 and 20 though. Okay. So we had a run up through the 50, a distribution with intent to reaccumulate and go higher, possibly. It looks like we had a stage 1 and maybe, I mean, okay, this could be and then a pullback right here with the intent to go higher, but let's see what the daily looks like because it's kind of hard to see on the weekly. So, and I know it should be clear, but it just kind of looks like decent. It kind of looks decent, I can't lie. I don't know if I would have missed the entry right there though. Okay. Weekly. Yeah, I think I would have missed it even if there was something. I would not have taken it. I would not have taken it. It's just like this candle is way too small. Like this fall and rise up and then pull back. Like I would have needed this pullback to be a couple of candles long and fall a little deeper and then I'd enter. Because this kind of setup just has a super common tendency to just boop, stop you out, just like it did right there. Maybe this will come up and do a little moment and then go, but we'll see. Okay. Whole lot of nothing. I'm about to go grill some burgers after this. Okay, let's get a little pullback, a perfect little pullback. Oh, just like that. I would have liked to see that little candle, a little black candle right there, but because that's what I'm used to seeing, but that's okay. I don't know if that would be my MMB for this move. Like, technically that's how I would draw it, and I know probably it's not even right. I already don't like it. I already don't like the setup. No entry anyway. No entry anyway. Perfect for lower time frame though. Perfect for lower time frame traders. Okay, where are we? Because okay. I mean, technically we got accumulation, validation, and technically we got MMB1 right here, and technically we kind of got MMB2 right there. It came, distributed, came up, got ready to go, fell. Don't like that. Maybe it'll go right now. It went. Would I have looked for an entry right there? Probably not. Would I have gotten one? I mean, the entry, would this have been the candle? And then, I don't know, like this? Or this? I don't know. I don't know equals no. I'm gonna call all this MMB1. And I love how we have a very clear gap up. That is beautiful indication that we are going up. Ooh, okay. We got MMB2. Pull back perfectly to a 10 or 20. Things are looking better. Things are looking clearer. We have our beautiful distribution. This time frame looks kind of unclear. This time frame looks more clear, so if we get the double MB we might enter, but I just don't really know where we are on the validation time frame, to be honest with you. I'll check it out in a second. 1, 2, this would be our entry. Let's see. Does that look right? I mean, it looks right. It looks like there might be more here to... Looks like there might be more that might need to happen before it takes its time up. But I will take the chance. We might need to do a re-entry. That's still fine by me right there. Oh, nothing. That looks better. I would now I think I would rather see some kind of thing like that. Jeez. Okay. If there was an entry there, I would have missed it, but I would not have probably taken it anyway because it went too deep. Let's see what this looks like. I could look for an entry right here. Oh. We would have gotten tapped in. Let me see if I would have taken it. Let me see if I would have taken it. MMB2. This would have been in some kind of area of MMB1 on the validation time frame. The fact that it's unclear, it does not sound good, but let's see. What is this? 2:30. I'm getting a lot of 2:30 trades. April 7th, 2026, 2:30. April 7th. That's not April. April, oh my gosh. 7th, 2026, 2:30. STM. Ugh. Okay. Oh! We would have gotten it. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Now it's time to manage. I take my first 50% partial at 1 to 5. So we would have gotten entered and, oh my gosh, come on. Okay, we would have gotten entered right before close, the day before. We would have had our entry, and then in the morning it would have gapped up to the top, right there. So now we got our 1 to 5, so now we have our 50% partial already down, already taken. 50% partial right here at 1 to 5. And we are already at break even because once I have my first, I'm just gonna keep, the management needs to be, I should have it in the bag at this point, especially since I'm collecting data, but I'm a little confused on something, so I gotta ask Ment something, but trail the rest, because he has this like rule that he proposed about after the first stage 1, after like once the trade was open, then you move to break even once it like moves past the stage 1, but would this be considered the stage 1, and then now that it moved above this, now we're at break even, or does it have to like do like a whole like flush and then go and then like that kind of thing, that kind of stage 1 in order to, you know what, I think I'm gonna make the call and say after it passed through here at break even. I think that's where I'm gonna do it. That's where I'm gonna have, so now I'm at break even since we moved past this point. And the rest of my rules are take profit at, it's either 1 to 20 or 1 to 40 RR, as long as price doesn't go below the 50 MA. So I'm trailing to the 50, basically. And taking profit at, I think like 1 to 20 or 1 to 40. I don't know which one. Like I said, I know I should have it in the bag by now, but I don't. Let's see. So 1 to 50. Or so either we're gonna hit break even, or we're gonna hit 1 to 20, or we're gonna hit close once it closes below the 50 MA. Dang. So would I have taken profit right there? Because I don't know. Like in my head, I probably just should. But I don't know. Yeah, what should I do? Maybe my trailing should be more, I don't know. You know what? I think for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna take profit at 1 to 20. Because I don't want to be studying and like experimenting right now on this video. So 1 to 20 is perfect. 50%, take profit at 1 to 20. So if I got 50% at 1 to 5, that would be 2.5 RR, because that's half of 5 RR, because I took 50% of my profit, and then plus 10 RR, because I would have done, half, the other 50 would have been taken at 1 to 20, half of 20 is 10, so that would be 12.5 RR profit on this trade, I think. Unless I'm just making shit up. I really don't know. I'm gonna copy this and paste it right here. $12.5, and I don't know what my max would have been. We'll see. I didn't add my little. And I like to take an image of what the entry, what the trade results looks like as it goes. I don't like to just take the picture of what the trade looked like, but I also like to see what the actual trade moved like, because I want to see like, oh, I should expect that. So actually I'm just gonna take the winning trades and paste them in this little column, because I like to see how they moved to see what I should expect in a trade that moves. Like what's common, what I shouldn't be afraid of. Okay, daily. This is so exciting. I can't believe I caught that. I mean, I could believe I caught that, but it's still satisfying. Context. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can delete that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just, that's okay. I don't know what I was just saying. Did I get it? Yes, I did. Okay. Now what? I do want to see if it would have gone the 40. Just for my own brain to see. But wait, that's April, so May, June. Okay, we gotta see. We're still back testing here. So okay, that was MMB1, MMB2. So we gotta see if there's an MMB3. Oh my gosh. How beautiful is that? Now you know what to look for when you want to catch a trade. Beautiful, long, stage 1, rise up, pull back. I mean, come on. Okay, I guess this could be MMB3. And yes, we do hit the 40 RR, so we did. So I'm just gonna write in here, max RR, I'm gonna write 40, just so I know that that is something that I could have strived for. So that was MMB3, but it did not have a flush or distribution. So let's see if it distributes any further. Nothing. It's gonna distribute now. Oh, what? Not really. I don't see a. Oh wait, if that was MMB3, I wouldn't have gone down to my validation time frame anyway, because it didn't pull back to a 10 or 20. So see, isn't it so funny how you can get so distracted so easily? Okay, that was my back testing. Not gonna waste any more of your time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. If I'm doing something wrong, also please let me know, because I'm just learning and trying to figure things out, and any feedback is appreciated. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, see you next time.